What's up, YouTube? It's Ryan from AnnihilatorMTG here, and we are back with some more Vintage Cube. That's right, the Cube is back, and I couldn't be more excited. I haven't taken a look at the updated list yet, but I kind of like surprises, so let's hop straight into the queue and see if we can get some power. Alright, made some adjustments to the card size here. So, Mind Twist is very good. I like the Godless Shrine. Birds isn't terrible. Winter Orb's fun. Ooze is always good. Signet's not bad, but Mind Twist is just a house. We're taking it. Alright, let's see what we got here. Mana Tithe. We've got a Time Warp, Gear Hulk, Thrag Tusk, a Zenith, Bloodchief's Thirst. Interesting. Okay, Frantic Search, I like that. I like Frantic Search a lot. I love the Signet. Signet's good. I've always kind of liked Orzhov as, like, color pairing. We might be able to wheel, like, the Mana Tithe or something like that. It's actually kind of appealing. I like the Gear Hulk, I like the Time Warp, and I like the Frantic Search, but I kind of want the Signet. Apologies for the missing art. You can always count on Magic Online to be buggy at the best of times. Hopefully that resolves itself at some point. Alright, Sword of Feast and Famine, Fast Bond, Baleful Strix, Wheel. Wow, there's a bunch of great stuff here. I don't mind the Freebooter. I don't mind the Strix. The Sword is good. The Sword might be actually really good. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Sword. Alright, we've got Cultivate, Nissa, Copperline Gorge, Elspeth, Windswept Heath, Bomat Courier, Tithe Taker. Tithe Taker's pretty good, to be honest, but Elspeth is just kind of phenomenal. At least for the deck that we're playing. Sure, we'll take the Elspeth. That's fine. Yo, all these funky arts are kind of making, like, the visual of this a little bit weird. We're going to go with the Stoneforge because we have the Sword. This is actually kind of coming together. Alright, let's take a look here. We've got a Bloodstained Mire, Fiery Confluence, Faith's Fetters, that's always good. Thraben Inspector's decent, Corpse Dance, Lotus Petal's okay. I don't hate the Faith's Fetters, to be honest. We'll take the Faith's Fetters, why not? Alright, let's take a look at this. We've got Tidehall Sculler, that's probably what we're guaranteed gonna take. Oust is decent. Seasoned Hollowblade, discard a card. That's decent. I think we're gonna take the Sculler, though. Sculler's very good. Recurring Nightmare, Recruiter of the Guard, Wrath, Kaya. I do like Kaya. I do like Kaya a lot, actually. We'll take her. Alright, Mesmeric Fiend is decent. Godless Shrine is probably what we're going to take, though. Always like the lands. Revelark is decent. Don't mind the Relic. Guess we could take the Revelark. Alright, now the question is Freebooter or Eidolon? Freebooter is just more hand attack. I kind of like that. I like the Heartless Act, for sure. Imperial Seal's fine. Probably won't play it, but whatever. Thraben Inspector's good, for sure. Oh, nice. Okay, sure. Looking forward to pack number 2 here. Hopefully we can get some pretty nice stuff. Wouldn't mind. Obviously, Moxen would be lovely, for sure. Thoughtseize is always good. Wouldn't mind like a Lily or something. Well, we can't not take the Mox, right? Like, that's just kind of how it works. Alright. Ancestral Vision, Force, Primal Command, Thief of Sanity, Bone Shredder, Gideon Blackblade. I don't hate that. Brimaz is pretty good too, though. I like Brimaz. Is Brimaz better or worse than Gideon? I think I like Brimaz a bit more. It's just personal, though. Again, no art. Can always count on MTGO. Alright, we got a Thoughtseize. That's phenomenal. Do we care about anything else? Linvala's okay. Oblivion Ring's okay. Yeah, Thoughtseize is phenomenal. We're taking it. I mean, there's almost no chance that we wheel that him. At least I don't think so, because, I mean, everybody loves discard. So it sucks that we're not going to be able to get that, probably. But if we do, man, that would be killer. Ancient Tomb. Don't know how much we care about that. Hero. Hero's decent, right? Winds of Abandon's pretty good. Let's take the Hero. Murderous Rider's great, for sure. Thalia's good, though, but of course, maybe we're a little bit too spell-heavy. I think I'll just take the Rider. So I love the Sword and Fire and Ice here for sure, but Liliana is just kind of what we need in a situation like this. Kind of hard to say no to that. Grave Titan, Dark Petition, Spirit of the Labyrinth. Spirit of the Labyrinth is pretty tempting. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Massacre Worm, which kind of looks hideous. Spectral Procession's decent. I mean, I guess we can take the Worm. I don't think it really matters. Put it in the sideboard if need be. Oh, him. Yeah. Oh, yeah. 100%. Didn't even see that for a second. Holy cow. Okay. Well, we have Thoughtseize, Mind Twist, and him, along with like a Liliana. So I'm pretty darn happy with what we have. I guess we can take this Gideon. Go real deep on the Planeswalkers here. Little mid-rangey Super Friends thing going on. Always happy to see that. Guess we can just take the Linvala. That's fine. I mean, I guess Unburial Rights. Sure, Iona. These picks don't matter too much. So basically for pack 3, we're just going to be filling in the cracks. Take the Lyra. Dark Petition, that's fine. All right, pack number 3. Let's check this out. Got a Wall of Omens, a Grizzlebrand, a Miria's Call. That's interesting. Ravenous Chupacabra. Kind of think I'm just going to take the Wall. I mean, the Chupacabra's decent, but I'm probably just going to take the Wall. I don't hate early game survivability. Amiria's Call is like decent, but how many times are we actually going to be able to cast that? Maybe I'm like undervaluing those cards. Oh no, a Splashiok. Oh boy. I probably want the Elspeth just because it's phenomenal, although the Jite is such a menace. But I mean, geez, Elspeth is great. I love Elspeth. All right, we've got a Vindicate, which I'm always a huge fan of. I don't hate the Ophiomancer. That's always a good card. I think I'm going to take the Vindicate, though. It's such a good card. All right, let's take a look here. Languish is decent. I like the Resto Angel, especially if we have the Wall. It's also a great way to protect our creatures. The Revoker's decent. Ravages of War, that's actually pretty good. Do we like the Armageddon more than we'd like the Resto Angel? I think we'll take the Armageddon. Let's see here. Well, there's a regular Armageddon, so there's that. Do I want the second Armageddon effect, or do I want this good creature? Sure, we'll take this guy. All right, let's take a look. We've got a Concealed Courtyard, which I think I'm just going to take. I like the push. I like the swords. I think we're just going to take the land, though, just for smoothness. We kind of need that. Okay, so I think Council's Judgment is probably the way to go here, although I don't hate the Dark Ritual. I think we'll just take the Judgment, though. That's such a good card. That's a phenomenal card. Okay, we have a Student of Warfare. It's okay. This is probably just maybe better? Sure. Why not? Guess we can just take this. Don't hate... let's take the Jite, actually. Yeah, with Stoneforge, that'll be great. All right, let's see. Guess we can just take the Mom. That's fine. Can likely protect some of our other creatures here. Help get in with a Stoneforge. Ooh, there's the Resto. Interesting. All right. Well, I'm actually a huge fan of Restoration Angel. It's definitely up there. We'll take the proper Armageddon. That's fine. We'll take the swords, and that's fine. All right, so here we are. We've got our Orzhov mid-range list in Vintage Cube because I just can't help myself. We managed to actually snag a Mox Emerald, so I'm pretty happy about that. We've got a nice mix of removal, great creatures, and hand attack. I'm pretty happy about that. We've also got some pretty stellar Planeswalkers and Armageddon to boot. That's pretty great. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with what we have. We're probably going to lose to certain really degenerate decks in the format, but I've played decks like this in the past, and they've been quite strong. It's kind of just like, you know, no one's drafting these cards, so just pick up everything that you can find and build a really nice mid-range deck. So let's see how we do. Alrighty, looks like we found our opponent here. Best of luck to you, my friend, and let's take a look at this hand. We've got a Stoneforge, a Brimaz, some decent Planeswalkers. I don't hate this, you know? I mean, it's not perfect, but we're on the play, so we can get that Stoneforge out really quick. So, sure, we'll keep. Alright, looks like our opponent also kept 7. It's never a good sign. We'll play the Courtyard and pass. Alright, let's see how bad we get wrecked. Our opponent plays a Swamp and passes. Nice. Alright, we'll play a Plains and then go Stoneforge. Hit yes, and we'll get the Sword. Alright, we'll pass. They go Vampiric Tutor. Alright. Opponent untaps. Let's see what they got. They play a basic Mountain. They go Soul Ring. Wow, nice. Worn Power Stone. Jeez, what a powerful turn. Very powerful indeed. Alright, let's see what we got. Thoughtseize. Perfect. I'm thrilled with that. Let's lead with it. Aha! They got a Grizzlebrand, a Corpse Dance, a Night's Whisper. Pretty sure we just take the Corpse Dance and be on our way. Well, pretty happy about that. No doubt jamming the Night's Whisper. Yep. Alright, let's see what they got here. They go Faithless Looting. Nice. Seems like a very efficient Reanimator deck. And now that they did actually get to discard whatever they want, I'm pretty sure we can just jam the Feast and Famine without having to actually worry about helping them discard, you know what I mean? Although they did dump a Mana Vault and a Mountain. That's interesting. Well, that's a Revoker. It's not good. Let's do this either way. They're likely just going to name Sword, which is really annoying, but that's fine. Alright, and they did. They play a Swamp. Alright, let's see what we draw here. Signet, that's decent. Let's go Signet, and then let's do Brimaz, and we'll just attack with the Stoneforge. Alright, we'll hard pass here. Hopefully our opponent doesn't do the thing. Is that a breach? Oh, wow. Okay. Kicker Burst Lightning. How about that? Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not quite enough. So let's go Signet Wall. We'll yield. Kaya, I like that. We'll go Kaya. Alright, let's exile Looting, Corpse Dance. We'll swing with a Stoneforge. We'll be on our way. I think their only remaining card outside of the one that they just drew is Grizzlebrand. They go Lily, kind of annoying. Alright, they Edict us. Let's get rid of the Stoneforge. Luckily, that didn't really do much, so that's good. Kind of a pretty weak Liliana, to be honest with you. All right, let's play that as a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of want to do that. Hit yes. Let's exile the Soul Ring. Let's do one of these. Play the Elspeth. Then we uptick, create a bunch of 1/1s, and we're pretty much good from here, I'm pretty sure. All right, Bolas' Citadel, that's scary. They uptick the Liliana, ditch the Griselbrand. Okay, well, we can exile that, oddly enough, so that's confusing. All right, let's play this. Let's exile the Griselbrand and I guess like the Tutor. Okay, good. Uptick again. Swing all of them, swing all our creatures at their face. All right, so now they're at 11. Trying to get them down as much as possible to make their Bolas' Citadel a little bit less explosive. Let's put it that way. And our opponent scoops it up. Good stuff. All right. So, sideboard action. What do we want here? I think we could probably just run it back. I'm pretty confident. Okay, well, we can't keep this. This is just awful. This is better. Still awful, but better. Man, against such a powerful deck, do we even bother to keep something like this? I think we'll mulligan again. Just kind of take the risk. Jeez. All right, so let's get rid of Tidehollow Sculler, Plains. Cool. All right, this is fine. If we end up getting a swamp, we can use the Kaya. All right, let's play a Plains and go. We got our swamp. That's good news. They play a mountain. What have we here? Rakdos Signet. Fine with that. All right, more lands. Let's go Stoneforge. We'll hit yes. Let's get a sword. We'll pass. See what our opponent does. They go Mana Vault. That's pretty powerful. Is this a Citadel? No, it's a Liliana. Okay. I think we can manage that for now, unless they just Edict. That's okay. I think they'll just uptick, though. That makes more sense for reanimation deck. Oh, wow. All right. Sure. What have we here? Frostodon? Geez, these guys kind of switched gears pretty quickly. That's an impressive turnaround, if I do say so myself. Okay. I'm just going to play the sword, to be honest. Silly as that may sound. Oh, they're going to pay. Wow. That's fine. All right. They uptick. We'll dump a Plains. Corpse Dance. All right. Actually kind of fine with this. This is like not that bad. Let's go Gideon. We'll uptick just to boost some stuff. Alrighty. Curious as to see what's in their hand because they have quite a bit of mana here. They uptick the Lily again. That's fine. We'll ditch the Swamp, right? Yeah, that's fine. They ditch another reanimation spell. Avalanche Riders. Okay. That's fun. Jeez. Wow, that's just enough to get to the Gideon too. Brutal. All right. Well, I'm just going to go like Kaya, exile the Mana Vault. So kind of like desperation play. Wow, they're going to echo it too. Nice. Interesting switch of the gears from our opponent here. Going from something that seemed a lot more combo-y to something that can actually fight, you know, do the mid-range thing. I like that. I like that a lot. Well, Vindicate's great, but we're probably just super dead. Like either way. But we'll take out the Lily and pass. Wow. Arcanist. Nice. Jeez. They have it all. All right. Pretty sure we lost. That's fine. Well, let's give it another try. Being on the play might help us quite a bit. Alrighty, we'll play first here. Let's take a look. Yeah, I don't hate this. This is fine. Got a Kaya, which helps. We got a Stoneforge, which I'm pretty thrilled about. Council Judgment's pretty nice too. All right, let's go Swamp Pass. They go Mountain, Soul Ring. All right, strong start from our opponent. Let's go Plains, Stoneforge. We'll hit yes, and do we want the Jite instead? Actually kind of do. That could be like totally wrong, but you know, whatever. I'm fine with it. All right, 3 mana. They go Young Pyro. Nice. Huh, okay. Interesting. So, I'm kind of inclined to just Kaya and blow up their Soul Ring. Like, that might be good, right? I don't hate that. All right, let's do it. Kaya's working overtime, I can tell you that much. And I think I'm just going to swing in, try to, like, bait them to block with the Young Pyromancer, and they don't. That's fine. And if Kaya dies, which, again, she will, that's fine. Not the end of the world. Dreadhorde. Okay. All right. Let's go Council's Judgment, the Dreadhorde. Okay. Swing in once again. See what our opponent does. They play a Swamp. They choose not to swing in. It's fine. It's kind of a wise choice, to be honest. Let's play a Plains. Let's just go Jite. Get this taken care of now. All right. We'll pass. See what our opponent does. Another land. Oh, boy. 5 mana. Glorybringer. My man. Jeez Louise. Okay. Well, that's fine. Unfortunate, but fine. Resto Angel. Interesting. Let's see here. Let's go Wall. It's not bad. Well, I'm glad the Glorybringer stays tapped, and we can just like Resto at end step. And Knight's Whisper. That's fine. All right, time to get some value. We Resto. Hit yes. Draw. Jeez. All right, like the swords. I do like the swords. Let's Swords the Glorybringer. Put the Jite on the Resto. And let's go to town. All right. Good stuff. Let's blow up the Young Pyro. And for good measure, their token. Beautiful. All right. I'm happy with this. That's for sure. Burst Lightning. Nice. All right, is what it is. Okay, well, time for the big spells, I guess. All right, so we have two 4/4 flyers now, which is awesome. I guess that card really did pay off. How about that? I doubted it. That was my mistake. Elspeth, jeez. We are rolling deep here. All right, equip the Jite. Swing in for 8. We'll yield to that. Go Elspeth. Uptick. It's going to be very hard to lose from here, I think. Unless our opponent pulls out the stops. Which, hey, vintage cube, right? And there we have it. Okay. Nice. Alrighty, looks like we found our opponent here. Best of luck to you, my friend, and let's check out this hand. Okay, let's see. We got a Mother of Runes, a Jite, that's pretty nice, a Rider. Yeah, this is okay. Definitely want maybe 1 or 2 more lands eventually, but it's fine. Looks like our opponent kept 7 as well. Let's go Mother of Runes from a Concealed Courtyard, and we'll pass. Wonder what they're playing. Alright, they go Basic Island, Chrome Mox, alright, it's a Regrowth under there, alright, and a Boros Signet, sure. That is quite the active turn. Alright, nice. Got another land, so let's just go Jite, and we'll pass. Alright, opponent plays a Knight of Autumn, okay. That's unfortunate, but that's alright. Alright, Gideon Blackblade. So, let's see here. Now the question is do we Murderous Rider their Knight of Autumn, or do we jam like Feast and Famine? It's probably pretty good. I think we might do that. We'll just hold for now. Alright, they go Teferi. That's fine. And they return the sword to hands. That's what it is. I can accept that. Alright, they choose not to attack. Makes sense. Liliana, let's see here. I think I might just want to like Murderous Rider or Swift End the Teferi though. So we'll do that, then we'll pass. We could like Liliana next turn or just like redeploy the sword, something like that. Alright, they go Simic Signet, that's fine. Alrighty, looks like they're just passing. Mind Twist. Mind Twist is pretty good, I must confess. With that said, I think we're just gonna jam the sword again. Ooh, what have we here? Miscalc? Alright, that's fine. Completely fair. If we draw another land, I might be inclined to just jam the Mind Twist, get things started. And honestly, even if we don't, it's still pretty good. That's like 2 cards. They go Noble, it's fine. Sakura Tribuilder, sure. Pretty low impact cards, just in terms of what we've been dealing with so far. So I don't mind that at all. So I can go Mind Twist, or I can go Brimaz, or I can go Lily. I think I'm just gonna go Mind Twist though. Yeah, Mind Twist for 2. Takes out 2/3 of their hands. An Ugin and a Golos? Good choice. Alright. Or rather, the Mind Twist was a good choice. I know it's random. Alright, so they sack the Sakura Tribuilder. They get their land. So honestly, at this point, their hand is kind of narrow. They've only got 2 cards. Their board state isn't that threatening. And we've got a lot of powerful stuff in here. We just need to get our lands going. They go, is it Signet? That's fine. And an Avacyn's Pilgrim. Okay, so I'm like not threatened by them at all. Now it's just a matter of dealing with them through various means. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Let's play it. And I think I'm gonna go no. Then I'm gonna go Lily. Edict them. So they're probably gonna get rid of the Pilgrim. That's fine. They do. Still not at all concerned with their board state. Now they're just in top deck mode. Granted, they have the mana to cast any of the ridiculous spells that they have, but this is quickly going to turn into either top deck those cards or you're going to be in a lot of trouble because this Liliana is going to be a huge threat, and we have plenty of other cards to, you know, amplify that sort of thing. All right, we'll block. Hit okay. Let's go white. It's kind of funny that they were just kind of holding that back the entire time, but now they just decided to try it. Spirit of the Labyrinth. I think I'm going to discard, and I might honestly discard that, as terrible as that sounds. Then I think I'm just going to go Brimaz and pass. Yeah, so now that we have Brimaz, things are going to get a little bit dicey for our opponent here. Again, unless they just top deck greatness, that is completely possible. 4 mana. Is this Omnath? Uro. Okay, that's fine. Uro's a good card, but I'm not too threatened by it right now. Alright, they play a Marsh Flats. That's fine. Alright, they escape their Uro, as expected. Alright, a little bit more value here. They're at 26. They play a scrub land. A lot of lands from our opponent here, for sure. Let's see now. Elspeth. All right, play the Elspeth. Then we will pump up our Brimaz. He is now ridiculous. We will swing in, make a token. They block with the Uro. That's fine. All right, now the question is do I uptick the Lily, ditching the Gideon, or do I Edict, knowing that they're just going to get rid of the Noble Hierarch? Sure, we'll uptick. Time to get greedy. We'll ditch the Gideon, and we'll pass. So I know that their Uro is going to cause a lot of trouble here. Just a ton of it. But I'm hoping that we can draw to like a Vindicate or something like that. Something of that sort. Swords to Plowshares, that kind of thing. Alright, Uro trigger. Let's go Mother of Runes on the Brimaz. Let's go Protection from like green makes the most sense, or blue. Probably blue. We block. All right, the Brimaz survives. Our Planeswalker survives. Now we just got to hope that they don't have a spot removal in hand, and it seems like they do not. Excellent. Well, another land. Won't say no to that. So let's go -2 on the Lily. They'll sacrifice the Noble, no doubt. Oh, the Knight. That makes sense, I suppose. So let's go pump up the Brimaz again. We'll swing in. Another trigger. Very nice. They're at 16. 2 cards in hand. We have a Resto Angel to double protect whatever we end up playing, because of course we could, theoretically speaking, blink the Mom or just blink whatever we happen to be trying to protect. It varies. They're going in again. They get an Exalted trigger, and they get to draw. Now our opponent's just drawing like the world here, so it's, you know, kind of not great what's happening. Not really at all, but we're doing our best here. All right, let's protect the Brimaz again. Doesn't make a difference. Hit blue, we'll block. Second verse, same as the first. We get a token. All right, same silliness happens once again. See what our opponent does. Nothing? All right. Now the question is do we resto now? That'll increase our attacking capacity pretty highly, but it doesn't help in protecting our stuff, so I think we're just gonna hold off for now. Another land, which unfortunately we're gonna lose. We're gonna uptick the Lily. They lose a land of their own. Let's pump up the Brimaz. We swing in. Guess we can just yield to that. That makes sense. All right, so we're attacking for 8. That's pretty significant, to be honest with you. They're at 11, and we're holding strong with this Resto Angel. Oh, what's this? Vendilion Clique, eh? Well, we'll see who they target. Themselves. Beautiful. Okay, let's see what our opponent does here. They immediately move to attackers, which is pretty nice. They swing in with both the Uro and the Vendilion Clique. They get a trigger and a land, both attacking the Elspeth. So let's do one of these. Protection from blue, then Resto Angel, Blink Mom, move to blockers, and we block accordingly. All right, hopefully they don't have any combat tricks or removal, and they do not, or at least it doesn't look like it. All right, they play a land. What have we here? 4 mana, 5 mana, Thragtusk? Boy, man, this one's gonna take 8 years at this rate. Tide Hollow Scholar, well, might as well, I suppose. Or would it just be better to, let's just uptick, I guess, and then we'll just jam the Murderous Rider. Sure, we'll cast it. Murderous Rider, here we go. Let's pump up the Brimaz once again. All right. Now, I'm pretty sure we're going to just attack with the Resto Angel as well. I don't think there's really that big of an opportunity cost in doing that. And if anything, it would probably be pretty stupid not to do so. The Thragtusk blocks the token that was created. That's fine. They crack the Marsh Flats, get a Watery Grave tapped. No problem. They have no cards in hand, which is great. I feel like we're in a phenomenal spot here. The best we probably could be at the moment anyways. Yeah, so I feel like we're in a decent position here. Mother of Runes allows us to protect one of our creatures. They're going to have, 2 cards in hand? Not that big of a deal. Noble trigger. They got an Uro trigger. All right. I think I'm just going to block with a token. Yeah, that's fine. All right, let's see what our opponent's playing here. 3 mana so far. 4. A Johnny Vengeance. Okay. How regrettable. That's okay. Not the end of the world. Hardly, anyways. All right, so we draw an Elspeth. That's pretty nice. A little bit light on mana, though, unfortunately. So let's Edict, and they get rid of the Uro. How nice. I'm just going to bring it back anyways, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. Now, let's pump up the Brimaz. All right, we'll swing at the Ajani with the Angel, and we'll swing at the player with the Brimaz. And the token will attack the player as well. The Thragtusk will block the token. The Ajani is dead, and we're still doing well. So they've got an unknown in hand, and they can jam an Uro. They won't be able to attack with it, though, luckily. So that's one less thing to necessarily worry about here. All right, they jam the Uro. They gain 3. Now, the funny thing here is our opponent has drawn so many cards, and we've seen so much, and yet they haven't really pulled out, and they just concede. That's, well, that's weird. Yeah, our opponent played so much and drew so much, and yet nothing really happened. So I don't really know what to think of that, but pretty happy with it, I guess. So let's see here. Honestly, I think we're just going to run it back. I took a look at the sideboard for a little bit, and there's some changes we could make, but I feel like this is the type of matchup where it's really just like skill intensive, just do your best with what you have and, you know, kind of go from there. So we'll give it a shot. All right, so this hand is kind of dreadful in the sense that we can't cast any of these really awesome cards. Jeez, yeah, I think I'm going to mulligan that. This is better, not great, but better. We'll ship a swamp here. All right, so we've got a turn 2 Signet or Stoneforge if we feel like it. Pretty happy about that. Let's go Godless Shrine tapped, and we'll pass. They go Basic Forest. See what they play. Nothing. Phenomenal. All right, let's go Courtyard and then Signet. I have a feeling this is going to get countered for some reason. Yeah, and that's why you don't lead with the Stoneforge. Okay, we'll pass. All right, 3 mana. Do we see an Uro? We do. Always good to see a Uro. All right, they gain some life, they draw a card. Let's see if they play their land. They do. It's a scrub land. At least we don't need to really worry about counter spells. So we're just going to go Stoneforge and search for a sword. That'll be pretty good in this matchup, I think. We'll pass. All right, they go Izzet Signet and a forest, and they pass. Nice. Okay, that's a Brimaz. Ooh, what have we here? Vendilion Clique? Well, guess we're just going to jam the sword then. They choose us. See if they touch anything. I get the feeling they won't, although maybe the Brimaz is annoying enough, or even the Gideon, but I can't imagine otherwise. Ooh, they got rid of the Brimaz. Huh, Armageddon. That could be very good, couldn't it? Well, something to think about. Let's equip the sword. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell. Doesn't look like it. All right, pretty happy with that if I do say so myself. All right, let's see what they play. There's a knight. That's unfortunate. Okay, so there goes the sword. Very sad about that. But what we can do is we can go Wall Gideon and then like maybe Armageddon the turn after, perhaps? We can make that work, I think. All right, let's go Swamp and Wall of Omens. We'll yield. Geez, another land. Wow. All right, Gideon. Let's uptick. Let's just do that, and we'll pass. All right, see what our opponent does here. Luckily, they're not really filling their graveyard too much, so I'm pretty happy about that. Keeps this Uro at bay, because they do have the mana to actually escape it, and not too happy about that one. All right, so they attack the Gideon with the Vendilion Clique. All right, will they play here? Dryad? Okay, it's interesting. Thoughtseize. I don't hate that. Let's give it a go. Regrowth. So now they only have a forest. Let's see here. We'll uptick the Gideon. Lifelink, I guess. It's kind of unfortunate because we don't really have what we need to be able to leverage this Armageddon. Like, we could totally cast it right now and it wouldn't do anything at all. It would just help them since they have the more developed board. So that's unfortunate. And looks like this Gideon's going to go down. So I'm not happy about that. They attack with the Vendilion Clique. Goodbye, Gideon. Okay. They have a forest in hand, yet they chose not to play it. That's interesting. Amiria's Call. Now that is intriguing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Sure. The heck with it. We cast it. Please don't counter. All right, now I'm a bit tempted to play Armageddon next turn, now that we actually have a board that's, like, really good. They play their forest, so we can beat them in a race, 100%. So I'm not too scared of what they have. Jite, now that's great. Play the Jite. No counters, that's good. Equip, might not even have to Armageddon. We swing for 8. Pretty much have to block the Jite here. They chose not to? What? Ah... Fueling the Uro, huh? Okay. Well, don't need to worry about that right now. See, I almost fell for it. That would have been stupid, potentially. Either that or they're just laughing at me hysterically. Who knows about that one. All right, so they play another land. Okay, so let's see if we can make this work. There's an Elspeth. That's nice. See, do we even need the Armageddon? Screw it. Let's do it. Armageddon. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, that's fun. All right, we swing in. They block. We'll yield. Okay. Let's do that. And then I think we'll just pass. All right, pretty sure we have this on lock. Opponent plays a forest and a tropical island. All right, fine by me. So they have 1 card left in hand. They have no way to play their Uro at the moment. They can fuel it, of course, or escape with it, rather. So I think we're fine. And our opponent scoops it up. Okay, it wasn't pretty, but we did it. On to the next one. Alrighty, looks like we found our opponent here. Best of luck to you, my friend. And yeah, turn 1 Stoneforge, I'll take it. Why not? Okay. Highly doubt that'll be enough, but you never know. Opponent goes Forest to Elf. Alright, let's see here. Let's go Courtyard, Mox, jam the Stoneforge. Okay, we'll hit yes. We'll go... I guess we'll just go Sword. That's fine. Alright, we'll pass. Next turn, we can do something along the lines of Stoneforge activation into Swords to Plowshares or something along those lines. Hopefully this isn't a channel. It's a Sakura Tri-Builder. Totally don't care about that. That's great. Okay, happy about that. Resto Angel, that's good. Let's see here. Let's go Plains, and I think we'll just pass. Our opponent pretty much has everything they need already, so if they have some kind of like degenerate combo, then we're kind of out of luck regardless. but I think I'm fine. Like, we could, if they sack the Steve, we could just Swords the Elf to kind of prevent, like, some kind of Progenitus nonsense, but I don't know. What are the chances we run into that? Probably a good amount, but I don't want to flinch. You know what I mean? So they sack the Steve. Okay. What have you got for me, opponent? All right. They got a news. We can deal with that. Let's swords it. They get a news token. That's fine. And let's launch a sword while we're at it. Okay. Good stuff as far as I'm concerned. Because we can do this and this. Acidic Slime, Eternal Witness, Sylvan Library. More concerned about the slime at the moment. Cool. Then we swing in. We'll yield. They discard the Sylvan Library. So all they have now is an Eternal Witness in hand. Yeah. I think we're actually in a good spot here. It's a shame we can't Armageddon immediately, like after the untap, but I think we're actually fine. They swing in with the Faceless Ooze. Oh, there it is. So they have Eternal Witness. They play it. That's fine. They get back their library. They jam it. Okay, we can work around this, I think. So what do we do here? I think we go Resto Angel, hit no, then we go in for attacks, untap with everything, and then jam the Armageddon. All right, don't see how we lose from here, because our Stoneforge is just going to be able to get through pretty much every turn, and while they can fill up their hand quickly, that's going to cost life, which they're not going to be able to have. Okay, so that worked out a lot better than I expected it to. What should we be concerned about here? All right, so I think we want the Heartless Act. I'm not sure what we cut for that, though. Let's see. So what's subpar? I guess maybe the Wall? Sure, let's just swap those out. I'm pretty confident with this. Thoughtseize, Mind Twist, Orzhov Signet? Yeah. This is great. All right, opponent goes Windswept Heath. They crack it immediately. They go Forest Elf, as expected. Chase another swamp. That's kind of crazy. All right, so let's hit him with a Thoughtseize. What kind of nonsense do you have? That's a beautiful Birds of Paradise art. So they have a Raphelos, which I don't like, a Sylvan Library, a Tracker. Raphelos isn't that great right now. Bird is okay. Sylvan Library is really rough. I think we'll just take the library. Yeah, that's fine. We'll hard pass. Hopefully they didn't draw another land. That would be obnoxious. And they did. Right on time. Tireless Tracker, Hymn to Turok, which is also right on time. All right, let's give it a whirl. They lose Raphelos and Ooze, which is awesome because that just leaves Bird, and we'll pass. Okay, well, hopefully we can make this work. They play the Bird, they play a Hex Drinker. All right, they pump it up. Not bad. That's pretty good. Let's go Kaya, exile the Hex Drinker. That would be a problem pretty quickly. I mean, not that the Tireless Tracker isn't actively an issue, but as you can imagine, Hex Drinker can be pretty ridiculous. They immediately crack a Clue. Okay, so they're going to kill the Kaya, no doubt. No doubt about that. We go down to 14. Like the Murderous Rider. I like that a lot, actually. Let's go Orzhov Signet, Swift End the Tireless Tracker. Very nice. Okay, like where we're at. Opponent plays a land, they swing in with the elf, 1 damage, no problem. Council's Judgment, not so sure how much that matters, but let's go Mother of Runes, then Murderous Rider, and I think we pass. All right, now we just gotta hope that our opponent doesn't have anything combo-y. We can handle pretty much anything else. Primal Command, interesting, okay, sure. They get an Eternal Witness. Love that. So this Mind Twist is going to be very good. Let's see. We go 2, then 1, 2, 3. Sure. Okay. Mind Twist for 2. Very nice. Okay. Happy about that. Now we swing in with a Rider. And we gain some life. Okay. Back to top deck mode for our opponent. They play a Forest. Good news. That's awesome. Okay. Mox, not the greatest thing in the world right now, but I'll take it. Think we're just going to hold on to the Council's Judgment. Really no need to push it in that regard. We'll swing in with a Rider. Okay, 15 all. Ooh, boy. Looks like our opponent immediately passes. Curious as to what that card in their hand is then. Spirit of the Labyrinth, I'll take that. We jam it. We swing in again. 13-17. Happy about that. All right. Opponent draws. They play a land, which I assume they didn't have before because they just immediately like snap played it. Happy to see that. Liliana the Veil. Okay. Let's edict them. Swing in with those two. Interesting. Okay. I think, weirdly enough, I go Council's Judgment here. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to be able to freely uptick Liliana, and I don't want them to have anything to sacrifice to Natural Order. They go Scooze. Okay, we're going to have to deal with that, but that's okay. Gideon Blackblade. It's pretty good. Let's jam him. And there you have it. Wow. Well, I can honestly say I didn't expect to go 3-0 in the Vintage Cube first try with an Orzhov mid-range deck of all things, but I'm really happy that things went the way they did. I feel like we got kind of lucky in the drafting process since a lot of people were likely fighting over some of the more powerful cards, so we ended up just getting a really consistent mid-range deck, and hey, I'll never complain about that. It was a ton of fun. I'm likely going to be putting out as much Vintage Cube content as I can in the coming weeks, days, you name it. I absolutely love this format, and I want to play it as much as I can before it goes away. As always, guys, I thank you so much for watching. If you made it to this part of the video, that just means the world to me. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell. You guys know the drill. Stay safe out there and have a good one.